Hey YT family, it's Doll Baby 4400. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll stay and subscribe. And for my old riders, thank you for continuing to ride with me. I do appreciate you guys. Bunches. Okay, let's get started. This is a little bit out of my norm. So I'm doing a show and tell of my collectible dolls. And they're from all over the world. And some of them are marked, some of them aren't. I didn't take real good care of them and preserving where they're from. So if you see something that you might know a little bit about, please, by all means, drop it below and let me know what country you think it comes from. I've been doing some research myself. Okay, let's get started. The first little dolly we have here, she is from Puerto Rico. So this is Miss Puerto Rico. And while I'm showing you these, I want you to know that these are extremely old. I am 52 and I will be 52 in a couple of weeks. And both my grandmothers collected dolls. And so some of these dolls I remember as being old enough to remember that they were dolls and I wanted to play with them and I wasn't allowed to. So I'm just honored to have these now after all these years. So some of these accumulated from maybe the 30s, some from the 40s, because one of my grandmothers passed and she passed pretty young. And she was the one that did a lot of traveling. And then I have another, my other grandmother on my mother's side, she passed in 2006. She was a nurse. So she went around doing things with the Eastern Star. And yeah, so that's just a little bit of history. So this is Miss Puerto Rico. Okay, next we have Miss, should keep my glasses on. Now see, this tag name is gone. So I might need y'all to help me with identifying what country she comes from. I'm just not sure. It's nowhere on her where it says where she hails from. As you can see, they're very old collectible dolls. I do not know where she hails from. So if anybody sees this, I thought maybe Hawaii, but I don't know. Help me out, guys. All right. But she's beautiful nevertheless. This lady right here is Miss India. She's from somewhere in India. And this is a gorgeous little girl, little lady. Yeah. Okay, this is Mrs. Let me get her all together first. This is Mrs. Barbados. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at the detailing in the hat though. Look at the detailing in the hat. Yeah. So I thought her and Miss Puerto Rico looked alike. Okay. Now I have her. I want to say, I'm really not sure. This is one of my favorites, but I think she is Holland, maybe. Yeah. See her little feet? Very well constructed. Look at that. She's holding like a rope or something. Look at the details in her dress. Sorry about my nails, guys. They're not done. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I'm gonna try to move on quicker. Her, I don't know where she comes from. And she did have a ponytail on the back. I just don't know. And she has also the stand. But if she looks familiar, her dress, her wear looks familiar, please let me know where she's from. Some of these I need to get restored, and that is one of them I need to get restored, and I will. But it takes a lot of money to get a lot of them restored, so I'm just enjoying them for now. I did get 2 of them redone, and I'll show you which ones I did. And this is Miss India, and she actually moves. See this stand? If the stand is put on there right, she moves around and gives you a dance. Her head and everything. And that's Miss India. And she is like a porcelain. Okay. Next here I have Africa. And this one is Kenya. This is Kenya, and she was redone for me and put earrings on her, new dresses for her and her little girl. This was redone again in the 90s for me. So she is adorable. And this one is, wait, is this? No, I thought it was that I had twins, but no. This one is from somewhere in Africa. I just don't know where at. If it looks familiar, you can let me know. And she is made out of wood, and she's been painted, carved and painted. I love her. Okay, this one is more up to date. This is a doll, and she is from Nassau, Bahamas. This is something I got years ago, back in the 90s when I went. Then I have this one. She's actually from New Orleans. And what I find, see New Orleans down there? What I found a little disturbing, and not really disturbing because this is old, but it's in blackface. And it's a bell. Wow. Makes you think. Okay, next we have this young lady here. I absolutely do not know where she comes from. She is extremely old. Her hair is not even real hair, as you can see. Her hands are made of paper, and her feet are made of paper. See? So I would really like to know where she hails from, if anybody knows. If anybody looks at her outfit and see that it looks like somewhere they might know. Okay. The next one is, she's actually an American girl. She's an American girl in the 70s. She was 72, 1972, and she's just an American black girl. This one is Hawaii. Yeah, her hair need to get all the way together. And she actually winds up right here. Oh, wait a minute. She winds, see the bottom of this? If you wind her up, she'll go back and forth and shake. So that's Miss Hawaii. Now, wait a minute. Her head is turned all the way around because this is actually the front of her. Yeah. Okay, now this is one of my absolute favorite dolls, guys. And this is Miss Spain. Isn't she gorgeous? And I used to just admire this as a kid and just want to play with her. And just look how well detailed her hands and everything are. And her dress is gorgeous. Look at that. And she sits on a stand, guys. And she is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favorites. Look at her braid down the back. One of my absolute favorites. Okay, this is one of the island girls, but no, this is Aruba. Here it is right here. That's Miss Aruba. And look, one of her arms is missing. Yeah, I need to do better. But that is Miss Aruba. Isn't she gorgeous? Okay. This one is, I'm not sure, guys. I'm thinking maybe Japan. And her hair is also missing. I need to get her redone. But her feet, look at her little shoes and stuff. Just gorgeous. Yeah. And This baby is just something I bought my grandmother in the 90s because I knew she loved dolls. And this is a porcelain doll. Just a regular little porcelain country looking doll. I loved her. Okay, now we're coming to Miss Jamaica. And this is old school because I also have one that's actually up in a cupboard. That's Jamaica. So yeah, this is Jamaica. And this was a long time ago, I guess, because they got her in blackface too. And yeah, you could tell she was made. And look at the construction. Really, really old school. Really, really old school. So yeah, look at her hair and stuff. Look at her basket. Yeah, so that's Miss Jamaica. Okay, we have, this is New Orleans. This is also Miss New Orleans. And this was a long time ago, guys. Remember, we talking the 30s, the 40s maybe. So isn't she cute? Then we have Canada. And this is the Canadian Police. Then we have the Changing of the Guards, London, England. And if you don't know about me and you're new to my channel, I did grow up in England, military, from 5 to 12, and then I came back here. So yeah, this is a Changing of the Guards. This one right here I need help with, guys, because I'm not sure. She's one of my favorites. You would think I would remember because I used to ask my grandmother all the time. I know she's not Alaskan because of her features, I'm thinking. I don't know. But look at the baby. Look at the baby actually in the wool. Isn't that cute? That hangs in front of her like that. She may be Alaskan. I don't know. I don't know Alaska's history like that. But she looks to be Native American actually in the face and her complexion and her hair. But anyway, guys, this is one of my favorites. And okay, here we go. This is Miss Mexico. Yeah. So yeah, look at her sombrero. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. But isn't that cute? And it's on a little wooden thing. Stand. And then we have this. This is actually from Italy. And this is, it's actually, I had to look this up because I wasn't sure. I would have never guessed Italy, but this is Finenze, Firenze. When I looked this up, this is actually in Florence, Italy. So yeah, she's so pretty. Okay. Now, this is just a little Amish woman. I don't know what state, where she comes from, but I certainly can recognize she's Amish. Okay. Then we have Miss Columbia. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her, guys. Look at the dress. And there's Columbia right there where you can tell where she's from. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, right there. You can tell that she's from Colombia. Isn't she beautiful? Okay. Then we have Miss Rome. Isn't she beautiful? She's from Rome. Look at her little dress. One of her little shoes is missing, guys. Look at her little veil in the back. Isn't that beautiful? And then I have her. She is from Nigeria with her baby. And this was redone and put on a stand for me. And the earrings. Okay, now this one, I'm really not sure where this one comes from. It really looks like somewhere in the Middle East. It looks Middle Eastern, but it has no hands on it. That's a little disturbing. arms but no hands. But it looks like it's coming from the Middle East. I just don't know where. Okay, now we're going to move up to date a little bit. And the first one I'm going to give you is little baby Huey. Yeah, I've been wanting this forever and a day. And yeah, he's naked. And this is actually, I believe, when I was younger, they had ice cream, Good Humor. When it used to drive around on the little cart, and they had a baby on the front of it that's set up like this. I don't know if this is the Good Humor baby or what, but anyway, that's the baby. This video is getting very long. I'm going to do a part 2 so we can see my up-to-date dolls, which is very short. Thank you for tuning in and sitting through this. This is one of the longest videos I've ever done. So thank you guys, and stay tuned for part 2 so you can see the newer babies. Bye-bye.